Hey folks, old Bart Wilson, the Sweetie Pie here with y'all today in South Georgia. It's Sunday, June the 6th, and we coming at you. We're gonna work on our project we've been working on a little bit more. We're gonna do a little bit more to it, and then probably next week we're gonna put the final details on the face and all if we don't get to it today. And then we're gonna finish this project up. If you notice, we changed around a little bit today. I flip-flopped, and so my back wasn't to the window, and we're gonna try it out for the lighting purposes because we had a couple of people said our lighting wasn't real good. But well, y'all bear with us, work with us a little bit. All this camera shooting and all this is new stuff, and also y'all bear with us. We're gonna get it right and get it all figured out. As long as we can keep Sweetie Pie from falling asleep behind the camera back there. Back there yawning at me.
Nap time.
So, but anyway, I hope everybody's had a good weekend. It's been a good weekend down here with us. We went to the beach yesterday and played around, messed around, kind of took a day off from everything and went and played around a little bit yesterday. So, but today we're gonna do a little carving. We got our piece here. Can you see that all right, Sweetie Pie?
Mm-hmm.
We got our piece here. We're gonna continue to work on this face a little bit. Now, if yours don't look exactly like mine, that's okay. They don't have to look exactly alike, okay? They're all gonna look a little different. But for today's video, we're gonna work on these ears right here and bring this side of his face in a little bit more where it ain't so, I guess.
Chipmunky?
Yeah, chipmunky or look like a bulldog or whatever we got going on. Bring these ears out a little bit more and start getting this mouth area right here worked in and get some smile lines cut in there and figure out what kind of expression we're gonna have there. So y'all give me just a minute. Let me get my safety stuff on, my looky-loos and all that rigmarole. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because all my stuff's on my left hand. So that's gonna be a challenge because I normally set up where things is on my right hand so I can just grab and go. So if I'd had a little bit better planning, I'd have brought me a table and put it on this side for me, but that's okay. We'll get all through it. Everything's gonna be all right. So, all right, now let me look at him here a minute, see what direction we want to go. I think first thing I want to do is work on these ears right here, all right? So, I'm going to take my pencil and let me mark this. I'm gonna take a little corner off right there, and I'm gonna take a little corner off right there on that side, and then I'm gonna do that right there. Now when you look at these ears, you want it to look something like the number 7 when you mark that ear. Okay? Same thing on this side. We're just gonna take a little bit off that front corner, take a little bit off this back top corner, and then we're gonna make it look like another number 7. All right? Now, right here, when you make this cut right here, you want it to look like that hair is kind of coming is higher than the ear. Back here don't necessarily matter, but right here you do. So I'm gonna show you how we do that. Now I do all this with a knife. This cut right here, you can make with a number 7 if you want to, but I used to do them with a number 7, and I just got any more. I just do it with a knife. The knife I'm using today, it's that little short handle, walnut handle one I was using last week, so I'm probably just going to use this one to finish everything up. So I'm gonna make me a stop cut on that little, and just come right in there to it like that. And then I'm gonna make me a stop cut around and come back from the hair and kind of bring that out right there a little bit. Can you see that cut right there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then right here on the back, I'm just gonna come straight in down to the hairline and come back to it like that, okay? And if you leave any, kind of round that head up a little bit. It's still a little. Oh, there's Roxy. She wants to be in the movies again. Okay, now, this cut right here across the back of the ear, I just go straight in like that, down to the hairline, and I come back to it. If it don't pop off, go back and make that stop cut again. All right. Roxy. Go, Roxy. All right, now. Here, let's go do this side right here too. Just like that, what we just did. All right. Take this one down right there like that. Kind of round that back over there like that a little bit. Same thing right here. Down to the hair, back to it. Just like that. All right. I'm just cleaning up some of these cut marks right here on the back of the head a little bit. Now, looks like I need to take a little bit, make that, there we go. All right, now, okay. Now, one thing I want to do, I need this ear to slope into the head a little bit more. So I'm gonna roll me a cut up there like that on both sides and take a little bit of that cheek out right there. Being real careful not to hit that. All right, see
the
that?
Hairline.
Yep. See how the ears are starting to poke out a little bit more?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what I want to do is ear, if you look at the back of it, if you look at the back of somebody's head, the top of the ear up here pokes out more than the back of the ear. So we want to take some out, something like that right there. And you gotta be careful with this because this is running with the grain. So what I normally do is I don't start all the way at the top. I start about 3/4 of the way up and just do a little scoop cut right there like that. Something like that. You see how that,
Mm-hmm.
can y'all see that? Same thing on this side. Just a little scoop cut. Something like that right there. Now, right here on the back of the ears, now this ear right here, I need to bring out a little bit more right here on the back. There we go. And this one right here I need to take down just a touch. All right, now, right here on the back of the ear, you see it doesn't look like it's joined to the head per se. So what we do there, I take my 3mm number 11, and up here where I made this stop cut, I come around the back of that ear like that right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side, and then I'll show y'all if y'all can see. Now, one thing I do need to do right here, I didn't make my stop cut around the top of the ear. Like that right there. Where it looks like that hair comes. Like that right there. Take that 3mm, there we go. All right. Can you see that where I made them cuts right there in the back, all right? All right, now, as far as the profile and the side view of that ear, we're pretty well done with it, okay? Now what I want to do, we're going to scoop that ear out, all right, holler it out. Now, we're going to start with my favorite tool. Everybody by now should know what my favorite tool is. And I come back here to the back and leave just a little bit and go kind of in and out like that and do a little scoop, and now bring it out of the ear into that cheek a little bit. And what that does is that right there, it sinks that cheek in a little bit. Now I don't try to go real deep with that ear. It don't have to go, you don't have to go to the brain with it. You just want to scoop a little bit of it out so it looks like that ear is dished out. And then when we get ready to detail that ear, we'll throw some details in that ear. There we go. I think we're looking good. You see that, all right?
Mm-hmm.
See what it did to the cheek right there, y'all? All right, so now with the way, let me see something here real quick before I say what I'm fixing to say. I need to cut a little bit right in there. We go. Take a little bit out right there too. There we go. All right, now get my pencil. All right, now with the amount of wood I have down here, I could draw a mouth in here that would show a little bit of teeth. And I think I'll do that for y'all. So what I want to do is this side, this is the smile line, and the way I determine the smile line, if y'all remember when we made this cut upside the nose and across here and all, that line is what determines my smile line. So I'm gonna bring that one down straight like that right there. But this one over here, I want to bring it out a little bit, because like if I'm kind of doing like that. So this part is going up and this part's kind of going down, kind of like that. I know that's an ugly mug, but that's what we're shooting for. All right, you'll see it. So I'm gonna bring this one out a little bit over here and down like that. Now when we do that, we're gonna have to go back and change this eye and kind of shoot that eye up that way a little bit. So let me do that. I'm gonna take my 1/4 inch number 11, and I'm gonna come back in. Instead of that eye going down like that, I'm gonna bring it over like that a little bit. Okay. All right. So when I go back and draw that eye in there, and then this eye is going to stay like this, kind of down. Can y'all see the difference? Can you see the difference in there, sweetie pie?
Mm-hmm.
What we do in here? So we're going to go bring this up and down a little bit. We're going to bring this one kind of straight down. All right, so let me cut them in there, show you how we do that. So I'm going to cut this side first. I need to clean up right here just a little bit so it ain't so. All right, now put my line back across there. Something like that. All right, we're just gonna take little wedges out right now. So I'm gonna right there where that line, where that pencil mark is on the side of that nose. I'm gonna go in and go fairly deep, like that. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna pull my knife out. And I'm gonna come back and catch that line again and I'm gonna come around the bottom of that nose right there like that. And then very gently, and I don't want my tip to go up in that nose. I'm gonna come right around the bottom of that nose real light and pop a little wedge out. I'm gonna try to get two, just like that. All right, can you see that real good right there?
Mm-hmm.
That little wedge we made?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this line right up here, that's his cheek line. All right, so then we're gonna come out here on this corner and we're gonna go in fairly deep. And then we're gonna come back right here and go fairly deep. And we're gonna take that wedge out. And if the wedge don't come out, keep cutting your stop cuts until it pops out. Something like that. All right. Now, I'm not going to take that smile line no farther than that yet. I want to see what I end up with. So the same thing over here. I'm going to come in and go deep. Then I'm going to catch that line again, come around that nose. And then I'm going to come to it. I'm going to try to get two of them out of there. Just like that. All right. Now, clean up right there just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, some of this out here on the edge, we may take some of that out here in a little bit. Take some of that down. I'm gonna get me a cleaner cut right here. Come on out of there. Don't be there we go. There. And you can almost see that expression we're cutting in there. All right. Now, I need to kind of round this area right here is gonna be his mouth mound right up in here. And I need to round that up a little bit and get kind of smooth that out a little bit. So y'all give me just a minute and let me clean some of this up a little bit. All right. And we can take some of this off over here too. Down in that, there we go. Kind of take that back into that smile line like so. Kind of smooth some of this up in that nose a little bit. Like that right there. All right. Now, his mouth is gonna go kind of crooked cockeyed. So I'm gonna kind of bring that down. Now, let me take some of that off. Now, let me explain something to y'all about mouths. Technically, the corner of your mouth, I think, if I remember right, the corner of your mouth ends up, I think it ends up with the center of your eye. Okay? Like that. All right, but in character carving, you can fudge it a little bit. Now, for a very long time, go back to the carving mode. For a very long time, I would bring that mouth line from smile line to smile line. But I have since stopped doing that because I like the smaller mouth because, I don't know, just something about it looks better. So I'm going to bring this mouth and then I'm going to bring this line up over here and I'm going to kind of bring it back around and kind of back up into itself, kind of look like that to give us some teeth. Now this one is kind of going to go all the way to the smile line, but it ain't going to go all the way because here's my smile line and there's my edge of my mouth. So now we want to cut that mouth in. So what I do first is I come in here on that top line of that mouth, and I get on the edge, and I go in kind of deep, but not real deep. And I bring it right across the top, like that. Now, I'm gonna change this right here a little bit. Where it'd be a little bit more easier to cut in. So, and then right here where the corners meet, I'm gonna come in there kind of deep. And I'm gonna take that little wedge out right there. Like that. Alright, so you can start kind of seeing them. And then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna go up under that lip and I'm just gonna take kind of a sliver out. Alright. And then I'm gonna come back in here, right over here. Take that down a little bit. Like that. Clean that corner of that mouth up. And now I got to get rid of these pencil marks right here, because I can't stand to leave pencil marks too long because they mess me up. They get me where I can't see what I'm doing. Alright. Now, okay. So, his mouth, alright, so then we're going to come right here where this part right in here that we got circled around, this part right here is going to be teeth. The bottom lip's going to come back up. It's going to come back closed right here, okay? So what we want to do is make us a little cut right there, kind of give us a little wedge right there. And then we want to take, and we don't have to go real deep right here on the bottom lip. Just come around and take a little bit off. Take a little bit out of there. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to get in this mouth and pick and pick and pick and pick. You want to make stop cuts and wedges. Okay? So, when you get to doing this, what old Bart's trying to tell you is, make double dog sure your knife is sharp. And take your time. Flatten them teeth out a little bit. Like that. Alright, now, right here, this is still a little bit too meaty right there. So we're going to take, there we go. That's looking more gooder right there. And then we got a knife cut right there we need to get. There we go. One more, there we go. Alright, now, I need to take and flatten these teeth back up into the bottom of the top lip, like that. Now, I'm going to draw the teeth in here for now. And you don't have to draw a lot of teeth. Just, and then we need to get right in this corner right here and make us a little shadow cut back up in there and make it look. Can y'all see that? You see them pencil lines, baby? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, before I cut those teeth in and detail them teeth, I'm going to cut that bottom lip in. Now, this is kind of tricky. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my 1/4 inch number 11, I think. All right. And I'm going to start right here at the bottom of this smile line. All right. I'm going to catch my gouge in that smile line, and I'm going to go down just a little bit, and I'm going to kind of go easy, and I'm going to go around. And I'm gonna leave a little bit there for a lip. And then we'll come back over here to this smile line and go down a little bit more. Like that. Odin, out. Go,
out, buddy.
Go. All right, so we want to round this back into that smile line, and I cut this. I need to clean this up right here a little bit. Okay. And I need to take a little bit of this out right here. Now the way mine's shaking out, he doesn't have much of a chin. But now we're gonna give him some jowls in here. And I'm gonna come over here to the side. Odin, out. Now. Well, he keeps bumping me, baby. We're gonna clean this up down here on the bottom where he doesn't really look like he's got a chin too much. That chin's kind of sucked back in his. Something like that. You see that real good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, let's see. I'm gonna try to clean this lip up and get these pencil marks off. All right, now we're gonna make a couple more cuts here. All right, right here at the corner of the mouth, on this corner, you want, choke, put it on me. You want this bottom lip where it looks like it goes under the top lip, okay? So the way we do that is, you can see now they're even. So we need to make us a little cut right here. So I'm gonna make a little straight cut right here and bring this bottom lip back in there, okay? So all we do is come in here like this right here, make a little cut, and then we take a little cut up in there, and then a little wedge cut out right there, and then take a little wedge cut on the top. Now, then what I do is I take my 3mm number 11 and I go in there kind of easy and kind of come up under that bottom lip again to kind of pooch that bottom lip out a little bit more. Kind of give it a little bit more poochiness. Like that right there. And there we go. That's how you cut a mouth in with teeth.
Put it down just a little bit more smooth.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to cut these, I'm going to separate these teeth for you. And then we're going to... So what I do when I separate the teeth, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here in this back corner. And I'm going to go back up in there a little bit with the point of that knife. Because I want to get me a little wedge out right there. So there's a little bit of a shadow back up in there. There we go. Come on out there. You ain't holding on. There we go. Something like that. And then I'm gonna come right here where the two lips come back together and take out a little tiny wedge right there to make a little, see that? Mm-hmm. All right. And then we'll take right there where I made that wedge and we'll kind of knock that sharp edge off that tooth a little bit. All right, and then to split these two teeth, back over here, I'm gonna kind of round that one over a little bit. And then right here, hold on a minute. I need to, you gotta be real careful right here, folks. Around here, around the bottom of these teeth and that lip. Because it can pop off with you in a skinny minute. There we go. It kind of brings up the bottom of the teeth a little bit. All right, then I just take and lay my knife in there like that right there. Just a little bit. And then I come back on the other side. Right there like that. And then I come right up here under the bottom, under the top lip, and cut that little clip out. And that separates it. Can you see that separation?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then right here at the bottom, I come take a little wedge out, like so. For some more shadow. Now, I got a problem right here because I need to angle that top lip back up into the nose a little bit. Like that. All right. Now, there we go. Okay. Now, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna get these eyes started. But I got to go in here and recut something right here. On this one eye, I need to run up here. And cut that little trough back up in there. So we're gonna come in here, like so, with that eye. Remember, one of them, we changed one of them to go that way because of this, the way his eyes is going. So to start these eyes, I'm gonna come right in here in the corner, right there where them two, where that V meets. And I'm gonna put my knife point in that V, and I'm gonna go to the brain, just like that. See how that's stuck in there, y'all? She's in there pretty good. And then I'm gonna come back over here to the other side, and I'm gonna do the same thing. See that? And then I'm gonna come in here and take that wedge out, just like that. And that creates that eye. All right, so then that line we drew, I'm gonna take my knife. Now this one don't have to be as deep. Just come in there just a little bit, like that, and then come back up under it, and just take out a little sliver. Get these pencil marks up here. All right, same thing on this side. I'm gonna come in here where this V meets, and I'm gonna go to the brain, and I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna go to the brain, all right? And then I'm gonna come back like that and take that wedge out. And I'm gonna come back like that right there, and take a little sliver out, like that. Just like that, folks. And that's the start. Let me do one thing right here. That's the start. I'm just getting pencil marks off right here. There we go. There we go. There's the start of his eyes. Just like that.
Hold it up some, please.
Like that. That gooder?
It's better.
All right, now. That face is pretty well done. So next week, when we come back, we're gonna do a little detailing on the nose. We're gonna do his eyes, some detailing on his ears, and we're gonna detail that hair, and we're gonna call him good. So probably about another 30-minute video in this, and we'll be good to go. So I hope y'all have found a lot of this information useful. I know sometimes it's hard to kind of understand. I'm just cleaning something up right here, folks. I'm not doing nothing to hide anything from you. I'm just cleaning up some bad cut marks. But you know, sometimes I know it's hard to kind of maybe grasp and see what we doing here, but that's why we try to hold it up here a lot and show you and hope you get a little something out of it. Now, one thing we do have to do right here, where we come across with that, it left a kind of a sharp line right there. We're gonna have to bevel that, round that over a little bit, and that'll look a little better. And then this one over here, I'm gonna go in there and take a sliver out to where there's some shadow in that hole right here on this smile line. So we'll do that next week too, and see if we can't get this old fella. He looks kind of grumpy. So, but see if we can't get him finished up and move on. I kind of sort of made an executive decision yesterday. We probably finish this up next week. And then me and Sweetie Pie is gonna take a couple 3 weeks off from the videos. Let y'all catch up, do some carving on your own. Me and her's got some things we want to do. We got a little trip planned here around the end of the first of next month. We're gonna take that, and then when we get back from that, sorry folks, I'm about dry. But when we get back from that, we'll think up another project or something to do, or something. We may, I don't know. We need to find something a little, I'll see if I can't come up with something a little different. Maybe something a little more challenging. I kind of got an idea for something. It was actually a piece of artwork I found in a restaurant last week and drew a pattern of it. So we may do that. Y'all can cut your own pattern and we'll go from that. That'll be kind of like, and I hadn't decided yet, so y'all don't get all excited. I'm just throwing some ideas out there around them old noggin. But if we go that way, it's going to be working from a bandsaw / square blank, because you're only going to have one view, and you're going to have to get the rest of it out with just that one view. I'll show you how to do that maybe. So we may do that. I hadn't quite decided yet, but like I said, when we finish this up next week, me and Sweetie Pie are going to take a couple 3 weeks off and get some stuff done and kind of ease up and catch our breath and all that, and see if we can't maybe do some more stuff here in the camera room and all. And by the way, if this lighting helped today, please let us know, because me and Sweetie Pie don't know. We're shooting from the hip, folks.
Well, it looks okay.
And we
from
know
my
that
end,
we know people try to help. We try to take that under.
But after we have the,
I got the rock.
after,
So,
it
but,
looks okay when I'm filming you, but
yeah.
what happens is when we go back to view it, that's
Yeah.
after a 38-minute video, it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know
We find out
if
it
with the
doesn't look great.
transition on the YouTube it gets changed or whatever. But anyhow, if let us know how this one did. 'Cause like I said, we're trying. We want it to be good and all. This is kind of like low budget film. We kind of have to
It's
shoot
a B
from
movie.
yeah, like the old B movies used to be. Old cowboy B movies and all that. So
The scary movies.
we going back to all that. But anyway, it's all good. We gonna get there, folks. We gonna do what we can do and keep trying and keep digging. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get off here, and Sweetie Pie's gonna go with me. I think she wants to go take a nap, and I'm gonna carve a little bit. So, but y'all have a good week between now and next week. Try to stay cool. It's getting a little warmer down here in South Georgia, so
Oh yeah, the heat's starting
that's
to kick
why
in.
it's raining right now. But anyway, y'all have a good week. Y'all take care of yourselves, take care of your neighbors and your families. And old Sweetie Pie and Bart Wilson will be back next week. So we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye now.